What's up guys, welcome back to Jetboard testing tour, and today we have a very special episode for you. There has been a lot of buzz about electrical foils, so finally we got to try one. Tanya, please introduce the team.
Indeed, we're with the Cabratec team over here. So we've got on the far end Honza, we've got Mira here and Carolina, and they're going to tell us today about this really exciting, cool new toy.
Welcome to the show guys, it's really exciting to finally try it. I see a lot of people are trying to make a foil, but nobody is actually ready for production. So you are probably one of the first teams who actually do a product that's actually ready to ride. So it's very exciting for us to get started to try.
Because I'm really happy you all came here, and I see you are already trying and you're going pretty well. It's Easygoat, and I hope you will do it in a few minutes. You will get on board.
So a lot of people are asking how easy it is to learn it, because some people say it takes a lot of practice, like hours and hours. What would you say on average?
Well, till now 3 of you tried 5 minutes, and I saw some expectations to do it in 5 minutes. So it's probably not enough, but I would say 1 hour is enough to do some meters and go fluently like 3-5 hours. To me, it's like a 20% of difficulty of kite foiling. It's really easy.
It requires a bit of skill, but it's just finding that technique and that sweet spot. Once you've got the information and the knowledge and you know how to do it, I think that's it.
What are the basics? I mean, the speed, the weight, just tell us the basics.
So the weight is about 20 kilos and the speed is over 30 kilometers per hour. But it would be difficult to reach it, and it's not really the point to go fast.
Yeah.
The point is to go stable, silent, and just enjoy it.
At what speed does it start to foil actually?
With my 80 kilos, it's about 16-17
kilometers per hour. And
Yeah.
the most important point, Tanya, that it's inflatable.
I like that, guys. You know, for safety reasons, for being able to pack it and put it anywhere in your car without needing a van, and for, yeah, it's good to have inflatable stuff. I like it.
Yeah, guys, I think you've done an amazing job, yeah? I mean, there's a lot of foils that are threatening to come out and about to come out, but you've got it. It's in Europe, it's out, it's available. When can guys start ordering them and purchasing them?
Well, it's actually already happening, but now still we have about 2-3 months waiting time.
Yeah.
And I hope in 3 months it will be better and get some stock.
Yeah. And what price will it go for, roughly?
We are at 4,000 plus about 300 for a charger, euros without taxes.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's pretty good value for money. It looks incredibly small. I thought it would be much bigger, but yeah, it does the job.
You said it's incredibly easier than kiteboard or kite foiling.
Yes.
And I've never kite foiled before, and I thought this was actually pretty. It wasn't too difficult to stand up, but it was difficult to actually get it to foil. I was probably out there for what, like 10 or 12 minutes, and I was up for a second and a half. You know, so yeah, it's not the easiest thing, but it's tons of fun. Tons of fun.
Nuria, how was your experience?
It's a challenge actually, because it's not easy to, and you don't really know if you are actually foiling and to control the weight forward and back. It's quite challenging.
We all come from the jetboarding industry, so we're used to using the trigger to get speed in order to get more balance in the water. But actually with this, it's different, you know. It's not about the speed, it's about balancing your weight in order to get both parts, so front and back, off the board up, because you will notice that it doesn't come out like straight away parallel. It first does either front or back, and then you need to use your body weight to balance it and get it back in parallel with the water once you're up. So it's quite tricky actually, but loads of fun to watch.
That was a really good point. You all guys are used to use a 15 horsepower board, and you actually need 3 to start and 2 horsepower to ride.
Right.
So it's not about power at all, it's about a weight shift.
Yeah.
So how long does it take to assemble everything to get ready?
I would say it's about 5 minutes and 3 minutes inflating the paddleboard part. So the components you should disassemble if you want to have it really small. It becomes like a 6 things: inflatable board, the inner board, the mast, the front wing and back wing and fuselage.
Okay.
So this is the full disassemble,
Okay.
and you will get to take out 9 screws. But usually when you just wanna this fits in your car, you can take out the mast and the board, and that's usually enough. Or you can take the big wing and you will fit it in most of the cars.
Okay, amazing. And how long does the battery take to charge?
About 1 hour, 1.5 hours. You will
Fantastic.
fully charge
1
it.
to 1.5 hours for a 1 to 1.5 hours ride
Yeah.
time. That is really good news. Great.
Can you have spare batteries? Can you put spare batteries in?
Yes, you still can, but we figured out, and if it now lasts 1.5 hours, people don't really need
It's
them.
not really necessary.
And you were exhausted in 10 minutes.
You need to be a real pro
5 minutes.
before you do the
Yeah,
hour
yeah,
or hour and a half.
Once,
Yep.
once you actually master it, once you will feel comfortable, you can go 1.5 hours without feeling any pain. You will not be exhausted, but
It will be
not
enough.
all day.
Yeah. In a few years, maybe.
So what do you think, guys? Shall we give it a try?
Let's do it.
Yeah, finally.
Let's
I'll show you how it's done.
Let's get to the water.
You know the exercise with the balance board? It's a good exercise because you will get the balance. For example, on the jet surf you don't need such a good balance because you still have a contact with the water. But with the foil, when you once get out of the water, then it's just on the leg and you need to balance.
So what to do, Tanya? You're so good at this.
I know all the theory. I can tell you the theory of how to ride any board. I just don't know how to ride any myself. But with this one, it's tricky because in comparison to jet boards, we're used to using the throttle for speed, and we think that that's what gives us the balance. In the case of the foil, you actually just need a little bit of consistent balanced speed before it can lift up. Then you have to, as you start getting the right speed and you get up, then you have to lean forward with all your weight so that the back, the actual foil, lifts. And then once the foil is up, you then start leaning back to bring the balance between the front and the back. It's not easy.
It's good in theory, but it takes time.
I think it's great. It takes a bit of practice for sure, but like anything, it takes a bit of practice, but I think it's going to be loads of fun. I want to spend a bit more time on it. I think the standing up part is easy. It's just trying to get that sweet spot where you actually lift, but it seems you mustn't go too fast or too slow. I think it's just a bit of experience. You know, an hour or so, and I think I'll be doing pretty well.
Okay, let's keep practicing. You know, some customers have concerns about that the propeller has no ring on it, so what do you think about it?
Yeah, we are working on it. It will soon be available. You can put it on, but you tried and you saw the propeller. It's actually not the danger part. It's always a little bit danger because there are the wings and they have to be sharp, and they always will.
So real danger is not the propeller but the mast and the foil itself.
Yeah, so we were able to verify ourselves that thanks to how the remote is composed right now, you can very quickly and almost without thinking about it switch it off, and it really does stop moving the minute you switch it off. So it's like falling off and this stops moving. We haven't seen it. It can go off a little bit, but not much because of its own inertia rather than the propeller actually continuing. So it's more the blades than anything else, but those can't be helped, so perhaps advisable to wear a wetsuit when you're beginning. And that's and helmet. Always a helmet. And a vest, yes, always. Whenever you're doing water sports, it's absolutely
So do as we say, not as we do.
Let's go.
All-Star Jetboard Testing Tour is brought to you by Wayne from Jetboard Limited. Wayne is a well-recognized expert in the industry, and his company is proud to be the only one in the world that deals with and supports all the different brands, letting the customer try the boards before they buy them. If you would like to buy a jetboard or are interested in getting into the jetboard industry, then contact Wayne. Tanya from Jetboard Limited in Jetboard, Spain. Tanya is one of the first women in the industry who deals with testing, reviewing, promoting, and selling all the different brands of jetboards. Tanya's knowledge of the industry, brands, and boards is comprehensive and impressive. If you want to buy a jetboard and get a great price, then contact Tanya. Andreas from eSurfer Magazine, who is a leader of the growing community of electric jetboarders and creator of his own blogs, eSurfer and eBoarder, and a new eSurfer forum. And Mike from Jet Surfing Nation, who is a passionate jet surfer and a video guy. He loves the industry and wants to help the new sport to grow big. Mike's mission is to try and review every existing jetboard on the market, making his fun videos along the way. If you want to join our next tour event, present your jetboard, do an interview, sponsor, or simply try the different boards before you buy, reach out to Tanya or Wayne from Jetboard Limited. Tanya and Wayne guarantee unbeatable prices and the best backup service you could ever get. Jetboard Limited has branches in England, Spain, Germany, and are expanding all over Europe, as well as Australia, Canada, and Brazil. So contact the team to find out who your local dealer is. See you in the next video, and don't forget to subscribe.
That's it, guys. I'll probably die in here in the rain. So I built my tent, and here are my final words. As usual, don't forget to subscribe. Cheers.